Hi guys, today's video is going to be what will replace my monthly favourites. I don't like the monthly favourites format anymore. It feels really rigid. It feels like something I was only doing because we always did it and because it's how we told you what we'd been loving that month, and it's something that everybody does. And I always feel compelled to get that video up every single month, even if I don't really have the things specifically that I want to talk about then and there. I'll kind of think, well, what was I loving? I don't make kind of a running list. And I just didn't feel like it was very, I don't know what the word is that I'm trying to say, but I didn't like it. I didn't like my monthly favourites anymore. Didn't like the way that they were. I just felt like I was listing products for the sake of listing products, and they weren't always my favourites. Sometimes they were just products that I've been using that month that I wanted to mention, but they weren't necessarily my absolute favourites. And so, currently loving, or whatever I decide to call this video, will replace it. And I'm going to do them as and when I want to. They're not necessarily going to be monthly. They might be a couple of weeks, might be once a week. It could be a couple of months. Whenever I feel like I have a few products, and they don't need to be lots, it could be shorter videos, a few products that I want to talk about, I'm going to sit down and talk about them. Because sometimes I was really, really loving a product, like right now, at the very, very beginning of the month. Sometimes I'm really loving a product and then I just kind of forget about it by the end of the month. And some people might think, well, then that's not been your monthly favourite. But I still want to talk about it because sometimes something gets forgotten because I try something else. That's kind of how it works when you are blogging and you're trying things to review. You don't necessarily use a product all month. And so I want to tell you, when I've used something, it's not necessarily going to be something that I'm going to use for the rest of my life, but it might be really, really good and I might recommend it, and then I might just completely forget. And so today I'm going to talk about some products that I've been using in the last week or so, some of the stuff that probably I should have put in my favourites and just forgot, because often that happens. Afterwards I'm like, damn it, I forgot to mention that thing that I've really loved. And sometimes my monthly favourites are so long I cut things out because I don't want it to be like a 45-minute long video, and I don't want to do that. And so I'm going to just briefly go over some stuff that I really, really enjoy at the moment, and then I will make another one of these videos as and when I have like a collection of products of like 3 or 4 things or more that I really want to kind of rave about. And so that's what today's video is going to, that is what today's video is going to be about. So don't be kind of shocked that I've only just done a monthly favourites. This is going to hopefully replace that, and hopefully that's kind of cool with you guys. I would prefer to see more often shorter raves than just like one. It just does feel like, and then there's this, and then there's this, and I'm just going through the motions for the sake of it being a favourites video that people expect, and I don't want to do that anymore. So the first product that I used this week, or last week even, for the first time in maybe a month, and I had spoken about it in a video before, but it's not something I use all the time, is the Colour Revive Tinted Colour Mousse in Blonde by, what is it, Charles Worthington Salon at Home is the brand. I love this stuff so much. If you have, well, number one, if you're growing out platinum blonde hair, if you have very, very icy, almost white coloured hair, and you're growing it out, no matter what colour your hair is underneath, even if it's still relatively blonde, it's going to look like a stark contrast, unless you're very, very light blonde. It's going to look like a real contrast. I mean, my hair is definitely not black, but when my roots showed up against that very, very blonde hair, they looked absolutely insane. Super black against white hair, effectively. And that's not the colour of my hair at all. I used to dye my hair black, and then my roots looked grey. It's just the annoying way of life. But this is something that will warm that hair up if that's what you want. And I find we'll just kind of, I mean, that's not all I've done. I have actually painted in my roots, but it does help because the rest of my hair would then be white, and I'd still have painted in my roots, but they would still look like quite a stark contrast. No matter how I blend, it would still look like what is going on with your hair. And so I kind of forgot about this for a few weeks, and then last week when I washed my hair, I put it in my hair, and it's a subtle difference, but it makes so much difference all at the same time. I did ask Lee if he noticed anything different to my hair, and he only noticed that I'd blown it out instead of, which I have. It's a few days old now. But he only noticed that. I didn't actually notice the colour. But I think that's because it was the most obvious thing, and he's the least observant person in the world. But as soon as I'd done it, I could just see, and it's nothing so much that if you aren't super, super careful, you're going to see patches, because I've never seen that, and I've never been particularly diligent with the way I've applied it. But it is just a tint, and it does absolutely wash out, because I left mine and totally forgot about it, and my hair was going almost white again, which I like, and I like that I've got the options, the alternate you know, something to keep me a little bit interested. But I really, really like this for when I want a more soft blonde look. Really cannot say enough about this. I haven't got it on my clothes. I haven't found that it's like rubbed off on anything like bedding or anything like that. And if you've tried any of the other ones, I know they do ones for brunette, redheads. They do a clear one, which is supposed to be just a gloss. I don't know how that works, but I might have to try it. And then they do like an icy, like a blue purple one if you want more platinum tint. But this has been absolutely amazing. I love that so much. Three makeup products. And I always feel like when I come to my actual monthly favourites, I've totally forgotten what I've used in the month. But because, I don't know about you guys, I do my makeup in different rooms, and especially with me now moving to a 3-story house, I have makeup on the ground floor for whatever reason, probably because I've done my makeup down here at some point and I've left it there, or even when I bring down favourites to film, like the products that I've brought downstairs won't go upstairs immediately. And so then I'm forced, which I quite like now, I'm forced to delve into my makeup drawers and bring out other products that I haven't used in a while. And that's been at least one of these products right now. And that's the Revlon Photo Ready 3D Volume Mascara. Now this is old now, probably going on 18 months old, and it's very, very dry, but it was always amazing, and the drier it gets, the better it is. It gives me that kind of wide awake, very, very separated, lengthened lashes, and I forgot how much I loved this. I pulled it out because I knew I liked it when I initially tried it, but one of my all-time favourite mascaras, which has just made me think I need to retry some of my favourites, and maybe I'm going to do like an all-time favourite mascara video, because there's been some, they're all very, very similar. I like that rubbery bristled brush, which I can never say without getting my words right normally, but everything that makes me almost like spidery lashes. I like very lengthened, separated, defined lashes rather than clumped together or big volume, just like really wide awake lashes. That's what I like. And this is something that gives me that. I just love it. It's not for everyone. I get that everyone wants something different mascara, but this is one of my all-time favourites. Liquid liner wise, I've been really enjoying the 17 Lacquer Liner Wet Look Finish. And normally I like a matte liquid liner, but this I really like because of the brush. I like the Tattoo Me from 17, but the problem with that is, I mean, I never even attempt to do a winged liner with that because it is seriously indelible. It's almost difficult to get off at the end of the day. If you are out for a full day, or if you're swimming, it lasts. It's amazing. Out for a full day, if you're going on holiday, that kind of thing, absolutely one of the best liquid liners I've ever tried, and it really does stay on. It doesn't flake, doesn't fade. I went swimming and I had nothing. It was a perfect line, still there, head under the water and everything. Just really, really, really good. But this has been nice because the brush is much, much finer, and I've managed to do some successful cat eyes in the last week and a half with this. So I wanted to mention it because I've been really enjoying it. Probably up there with the Schwing from the Balm, which I raved about. I've been trying to put together a list recently of products that are a little bit more expensive that I really, really would recommend and I don't think can be duped elsewhere. There are lots of products that can nearly be duped and lots of products that you can go, oh well, there's this as an alternative, but I only want to talk about products that I genuinely feel are worth the extra money because they are the dupes or the counterparts, the alternatives aren't as good. Even if they're just not quite as good, the things that I genuinely do feel like are still worth the money, and I have like maybe 8 products so far. And Schwing would have been one of the things that I said, it's not mega, mega expensive, but because of the applicator, because of the formula, everything about it, I think it was my favourite liquid liner, and I think that this is just as good. So I'm glad that I've tried this recently because that would definitely have been on my list and I would have been wrong. Next, a powder that has totally surprised me. It's the New Look Pure Colour Powder, and I obviously used this in my Get Ready With Me with the New Look products, but I don't think I really reached for it again because I don't switch out my powders. I just use one up and then I reach for another one, or I purchase another one, and because I'd left it downstairs, my regular powder, I reached for this in my drawers and I thought I'll give it a go. It was quite nice in the video. I did like it, and it's been really, really good for oil control. I have been using my Estee Lauder Double Wear with it, which is pretty good on its own. But I always get shiny no matter what I wear. Even if it's just a little bit, I definitely see shine. Much less shine. 2 days in the office wearing this. I've only been wearing it this week, but 2 days in the office wearing this and barely any shine at all. It is quite powdery. It's not something that I would wear necessarily every single day, but if you are looking for something that's particularly good for oil control, this is a bit of a dark horse, or what is the word I'm looking for? It kind of snuck up on me. I wasn't expecting it to be so great, and I really, really like it. I have two nail products. One is what I have on my nails right now. Well, both of them are, but the thing you can tell is on my nails right now, and that's Chillato. I don't know if it's Chillato or Chillato. It depends on what the pun is supposed to be, but I'm gonna say Chillato. It just sounds like, the way I say that, it just sounds posh. Chillato. It sounds like I'm pushing a voice on, but I'm not. Chillato. It's the Essie summer nail polish that's kind of this, it's a green yellow colour. I really, really like it. And would you believe, I mean, it's cracking and just wearing away at the tips and stuff now, but I applied this nail polish a week ago. A week! I mean, I've had nails, actually the nails themselves chip. I've had two nails, kind of hang nails, rip off in that time, which sounds gross, sounds painful, but it wasn't. And the nail polish is practically perfect. And I've worn this before, and that's not the nail polish that's doing it, it's this. It's called Lottie London So Gel. And I didn't even think about this until this morning, because I thought I'm going to repaint my nails because I'm going away tomorrow. And I wondered where everything was, and I thought, oh, I'll use that new thing I got sent, the new top coat. And I realised I used it without even thinking when I repainted my nails last week. I just quickly painted my nails for a video. I was planning on taking all the nail polish off the next day and repainting them because I thought it was going to be a really quick rush job. But I just thought, I used this last week and my nails are nearly perfect a week later. This is amazing. I am the biggest fan of Seche Vite in the entire world. I will tell anyone, I will pay £10 plus for a bottle of Seche Vite. Amazing, one of the best top coats I've ever used. Super glossy, people are always asking me if I have gel nails on. Very, very shiny, very, very hard wearing, really quick drying. This is better. I can't believe I found something that I like more than it, but this is better. It is absolutely awesome. So you have to try that. If you are into Seche Vite, highly recommend that. That being said, I actually don't know how much that is. Let's look it up. Okay, Lottie London is sold at Superdrug, first of all. And the nail polishes are £5.99 each. Now I'm assuming because this is like, you know, special, it's probably going to be more like £6.99, which it is comparable to Seche Vite, but if you can get it in Superdrug, much easier to get your hands on, and if you collect points and stuff, then it's going to be better. But absolutely, if you're looking for Seche Vite, if you want to run out and get some and you don't want to spend like maybe even £11 or £12 if you buy one from a salon or something, rather than buying it for like £6 on Amazon or whatever, that's just what I normally do. But you have to wait for ages for it to come. If you can just go and pick out from Superdrug, amazing. Really, really like that. So that is everything for this, I don't want to say this month, for this edition of Currently Loving. I want to do this more often. I want to kind of just sit down because that's what I like to do. I want to sit down and tell you the stuff that I like. This is the whole point of making YouTube videos for someone like me that hasn't got kind of a talent to share. All I'm telling you is I've tried all these products and these are the best ones. That is surely all I can provide for you guys is a review. And so lots of kind of mini reviews, lots of mini loves in videos might be better than my monthly favorites. And just, I feel like then it'll be a little bit more authentic. Like this is genuinely what I'm loving right now. In a month's time, I might have totally forgotten about some of these products. The nail polishes especially, I flip between nail polish all the time. Loving this colour right now. And something like that nail polish remover, that top coat that lasted for a week. In a month's time, I might have forgotten that it did that and gone back to my Seche Vite. You know? So I want it to be a little bit more right now. This is the stuff I love. So I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you enjoy the idea of this new format. Because I do feel like it's going to be a little bit better for me and hopefully more enjoyable for you guys to watch. But yeah, if you have any specific kind of loves or categories you'd like me to go through, you know, like mascara, that kind of thing, let me know because I have got some planned and maybe they'll fit in nicely together. But otherwise, I will see you guys in my next video. Bye!